everybody! Well, because it's still winter and scarves are still in style, I wanted to show you this really cool infinity scarf that I made. You can use any size t-shirt or tank top that you have, and I would not recommend using a tube top, and you'll see why later. Okay, so I'm going to be using a tank top for my infinity scarf because that's what I have right now. And the first thing you're going to do is after you lay it flat, you're actually going to flip it over because you want to get as much of the shape as possible for the infinity scarf. You're just going to simply first cut off the back. And don't get rid of this yet, you're going to need it. And then you're going to cut off the bottom. Okay, so from here what you're going to do is you're actually going to cut strips, just however many you want. Try to make it a good number, like for 21 of them, because you'll want them in even sections of 3. So you want to make sure that you leave about an inch of room from the top. What you're going to do is you're going to make sure that all these strips are cut off that are close to this part. To give you a better view of this, I'm doing right here is you're just taking the seam right here and you're tying a knot over it because the seam is going to fall apart once you stretch on it. So that right there, the knot is securing the seam, and then you're just going to stretch the front part before the knot and behind the knot. And you're just going to keep doing that on every single one of them. Alright, so after you've tied knots on every single one of the strands, you're going to divide it into about 3 sections. So just estimate what you think is a good amount for 3 sections to braid into. And you're just going to start braiding. Okay, so from here what you're going to do is you're actually going to take what I told you not to get rid of earlier. You're going to take the straps of the tank top, and if you're using a regular shirt, you can just cut off some scraps of what's already been cut off. But because I'm using the tank top, I'm just going to use the straps of it. And basically, you're just going to tie this off to make sure that it doesn't move from your braid. Alright, so after you have your braid, what you're going to do is, you see that you can kind of see the knots that you already tied. What you want to do from here is try to even out as much as you can to make sure the knots are all in about the same area. And we're going to cover up the knots so that you don't have to see those. I'm going to take, again, just more fabric from whatever you've already cut off. I'm going to tie around this area so that you don't have to see the knots. Okay, so now you have kind of a covered up knot area, and then you have a braid, and now you're just going to deal with the rest of this. And what you're going to do here is just simply tie it off. Again, use the rest of the strap or whatever fabric is left on your shirt, and you're going to tie this off, and you're going to connect the top and the bottom together by first try to cut some of these off because there's just going to be too much to put away inside the top. So you're going to hide this in the seam. And I'm going to take one of the longer strips, stretch it out a little more, and I'm going to tie this off. And you'll just make sure you want to tuck this in however best way you can with the rest of the scarf. And there you go! You actually have a really nice infinity scarf here. You can always stretch it out to make it a little bit longer, but I'll show you what this looks like now.